Hey everybody, this is Ann Maloney with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune. That's not me, but we are on the set here at WYES with Chef Kevin Belton. And what is that, Chef?
This is me. Everybody, most sets are really small. But for me, they built the set to make me look normal size. Everything is raised up. So what they did, they took a wig head, put it on here. So the days when I couldn't be here, this is my stand-in. So they knew how to get everything the right height.
So Chef, how tall are you?
6'9".
6'9".
So this counter looks normal, but it is raised up. Most people think I'm standing on something, but I'm not. Usually also, sets are really shallow. Normally, this would be the back wall of a set. But with me standing here and the wall being so close, it's out of place. It doesn't look right. So that's why my set is so deep. And everything on set has a meaning. Whether it's the everything like the countertop, everything is all handmade. The table over here, this has been in every cooking show by WYES since the early days of Paul Prudhomme. It didn't make it to Justin's set, but this table was made during Paul Prudhomme's first show, and it's been in every cooking show since then. Now, my other half, Monica, made these vases. These vases she made by hand, and we put flowers in them. I'll throw utensils in them. And there are other little touches. A friend of mine, Dr. Bob, has some of his artwork here. One of the producers on crew, she loves to pickle things and look at the jars up top. All of that's from her collection that's, it's been here for a while. And we break into it and eat it every once in a while. But you can also see through into the pantry. There's another Dr. Bob hanging up in the pantry there. But the ovens, yes, they work. The stove works. So it's not that switch and swapping out. But come on back here. And you can see how deep this is. And yeah, we put personal touches on it. This is an old, if you look in here, that's an old box where they used to deliver milk. Oh. I don't know if some of you all remember when milk used to come in the bottles, but this is an old milk crate that the bottles used to fit right on in there. And then we have personal pictures up.
Who are these up here on the wall?
That's my grandsons.
Oh.
My oldest son, Kevin. These are his kids. That's Carter is 4 years old. Cameron is 2 years old. I played piano for years, and I got a bass years ago. And I wanted to learn. I still haven't learned how to play it. But eventually, I'm going to do it.
It's aspirational.
But we put a little knickknacks up from everybody on crew. Now, some of the stuff has been missing in it because everybody wants to take it back home. But it's important. Everybody sees me. But when you look around the set, there are pictures and little trinkets in cabinets and on tables from everybody that's part of the crew. Because it is. This is our home. And I wanted to make it feel like a home and look like a home because that's the way I want it to be.
So tell me about your show. Let's go back out into the kitchen. This is your second
This is the second PBS series. We did 26 episodes. Look at these two monsters. I started hanging out at the kitchen table that age. Matter of fact, Carter, I got a video the other day of him cooking eggs. So he's starting early so I can retire soon. But we did 26 episodes. Mm-hmm. And it's all about Louisiana cooking.
And when did you film?
It's about what we're doing here in Louisiana. We filmed over April, May, and June. Okay. We finally got the opening done and wrapped up in September. And it takes time to edit. Mm-hmm. Just as long as it takes time to film, it takes time to edit. That's why on April 7th, the show's going to air. And you can look around. It's a typical set here at WYES. This is where stepping out is done. So when you see the phone banks and all, when we have fundraisers, but the stepping outside, and also this is Informed Sources is shot in here. And of course, the building from Frank and Paulette Stewart, where the new studio is, you really need to come and see that. It is absolutely fantastic.
Well, one of the things about this show, though, is you have a cookbook to go along with it. It's coming out right around the same time. Well, actually, it's out now, isn't it?
The book is out.
Okay.
The show is Kevin Belton's New Orleans Kitchen, and that's what we decided to call the book. These are simple recipes, all the recipes that I did on the show, because my whole goal is I want you to be able to try it. I want you to look at a show and go, oh, that looks so hard, that looks so hard. No, I want to simplify it so it makes it nice and easy. And that's what it's all about. It's about taking the time, sitting at the table with family and friends and sharing a meal.
So if I had this cookbook at home, I could kind of play along at home, right? I could watch the show, find the
If
recipes.
you had this cookbook at home, you can follow it and go, wait, why is he doing? He didn't do it that way. That's not what that's not what he says. Of course, I try to make it as real as possible. Mm-hmm. And when you're cooking something on TV time, everything is eaten. Don't think anything that you watch in this show is thrown away. It is all eaten by the crew. Okay?
Lucky crew.
Sometimes the soups, we would like them to cook an hour, but they may only get 20 minutes, but they're just as good. Excuse me.
So, and also, this cookbook is personal for you, right? This is not just a collection of New Orleans recipes. There's a little bit of you in here, right?
In any book, I talk about stories and the things that I grew up with, the things my family grew up with and friends grew up with. So I pull from stories from family and friends, and I tell you what, in doing the books, this one here and the previous one, there are times I laughed, there are times I cried, there are times I had good memories, bad memories, but it just evokes a feeling. So instead of just doing a book and say, oh, this is how you do it, I wanted to put that feeling into it. And that's why I think every grandmother should share their recipes with their family. Share your recipes with your family. Because that's what it's all about. It's about giving a little bit of yourself into it. So this is my form of soul food. Each recipe has a little piece of me in here as a gift to you. And that's what I think soul food is putting a little bit of yourself into each dish and each recipe.
All right, and your show is called, one more time,
Kevin Belton's New Orleans Kitchen. I had to look and see what my own show is called. It's on the book. It's right here. And I don't even know the name of it.
And it airs,
It'll start airing April 7th on, should be Saturday mornings at 9:30 on PBS, and again on Sunday afternoons at 1 o'clock. But look for it, Kevin Belton's New Orleans Kitchen.
You'll get it right.
We'll get it right eventually.
All right, thanks.
Thank y'all for hanging out with me.